What's up, everyone? I am Tim Oates on bass, and today I'm reviewing something a little different. I'm checking out this new 21 Pilots album. Now, I know on this channel I normally focus on rock albums and metal albums, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the category because even though they're like somewhere between like pop rock and like electronic rap and like alternative hip hop. I mean, they can be classified all sorts of ways. At the end of the day, 21 Pilots, they're rock stars. If you've never seen one of my reviews before, here's how it works. Title card pops up, pause the video. You can go listen to the song. When you're done, unpause it. We'll talk about it. Keep going through the album. It's like we're reviewing the entire thing together. First track is Good Day. This song I found to be absolutely brilliant from a songwriting aspect. The music is incredibly happy and upbeat, and I can't stress that enough. It sounds like it should be the beginning of like a cheesy 90s sitcom. Like that's how happy and upbeat the music is. The lyrics are incredibly depressing. It's about losing his wife and kid, losing his job, being sued. I mean, just all sorts of craziness. But despite all that, he's having a good day or trying to have a good day or trying to look on the bright side. The juxtaposition of the lyrics against the music is what makes this song so brilliant. Let's check out the next one, which is Choker. So that was very similar. Not that it sounded like the last song, but probably not quite as happy, but still extremely upbeat. A lot of electronic kind of synth sounds in there. The lyrics were not quite as depressing, and definitely a different story, but kind of in that same vein of like upbeat music, not so upbeat lyrics. The song was all right. It didn't blow me away. I'd like to hear a little bit more diversity in style, but it's only 2 songs in. So let's see. There's 11 songs, so we're only on track 3. Let's in fact jump into track 3, see if it's any different. This is Shy Away. Okay, so still electronic heavy, but that song was less like synthy. Definitely closer to like a rock or pop rock song. Had kind of full instrumentation, guitars. Definitely had some like heavier parts. Not like heavy, but I guess aggressive. Maybe more aggressive is probably the right way to put it. I thought it was a good song. I enjoyed that. Now 3 tracks in, this album it's interesting because it's not quite what I expected, but I'm also not surprised by any means, if that makes any sense. It doesn't, I know. Let's get to the next one. This is The Outside. All right, so that song, really dug the keyboard riff in the beginning. It kind of, kept coming back throughout the song, but yeah, I thought it was a really cool line, and I really enjoyed how it started building on itself slowly, but also pretty briskly in the beginning. And before you know it, the song ended up having like a really like funky little groove. Thought it was really cool, really dug it. And it just kept kind of slowly layering throughout the song. Ended up really being like insanely catchy. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. Let's see what the next one brings. This is Saturday. That was a pretty cool song. It sounded like it could have been like a Bruno Mars song. Really, really dug the bass work. And of course, the songwriting in general, just stellar. The genre of the music, like the style of the music is not heavy by any means. Doesn't mean it's not good, right? Like still like really good songs, but yeah, just very different than I guess you probably might expect from this channel. But hey, we like good music. Good music comes in all sorts of forms, including 21 Pilots. And let's see if the next one, Never Take It, is another good one. All right, so that one kind of started off having a little bit of a video game vibe. I mean, at least there was like one line in particular during the intro that really sounded video game-ish. The song in general, I didn't really get into as a whole, but I did think the bridge was solid. I thought the bridge was really cool, really well executed. And there was a fair amount of guitar work in here, and I appreciated that. It was a nice addition to the song. I thought it added a lot to the song. Again, the song itself I was like meh on as a whole, but I really like those elements. Next is Mulberry Street. All right, so Mulberry Street has some fantastic engineering. You know, the verse kind of started out almost sounding kind of lo-fi, lots of space in the music, and it just kind of filled in about halfway through, started elevating the sound. So the bridge caught me off guard. Really dropped everything out but the piano and some slow vocals. There's a lot more layers than I realized initially. And this is, again, really talented engineering to pull this off. But as I was listening deeper and deeper, I just found I was hearing more and more. There's horns, there's a lot of vocal layers. This song, engineering all the way. The engineering is just phenomenal. The mixing, also the composition. You have to compose a song that needs really good mixing and really good engineering in order for that stuff to shine. So the composition as well, really good. All right, let's get to the next one, which is Formidable. All right, so that song at first, I thought it sounded like The Cure, but like happy and not goth. Did anyone else pick up on that kind of vibe? So this song is actually really heavy, but you wouldn't know it because the instruments are not heavy. I think what needs to happen is I think a metal band needs to try to cover this song. And I think if they pull it off well, because sometimes metal bands have a tendency to just take songs like this and just try to thrash them out just to make them like obnoxiously loud and fast. And, you know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about truly like a band that appreciates a song, understands what is going on through all the layers and things like that, and tries to make it metal, like tries to take the gist of the song and apply it with a metal lens. And I think if someone pulls that off well, you'll hear just how heavy this song is. What's next? Next is Bounce Man. I'm really glad I'm checking out this album because even though I don't listen to this type of music often, I have such an appreciation for really good songwriting, and this album is just filled with it. This song in particular, the lyrics are about somebody seeing a friend on the news being wanted for some crime and basically offering to help, you know, get this friend what they need to get out of the country. The way this music sounds to me, it sounds like it could be a love song. You know, if you think about it, if you're willing to help your friend escape the country after doing some awful crime, that's love. You may not actually like say to your friend that you're doing all this for and you're willing to sacrifice so much for that you love them, but the reality is you do. You'd only do that for someone you love. So it makes sense that it's kind of a love song vibe because it just portrays the right emotion, even though you may not realize it's the right emotion for the situation. Two more. Next up is No Chances. Okay, that's my favorite song on the album so far. I mean, yes, there's one more, so there's a chance could be taken over, but I really, really dug that song. It was very different. This is so far the most different thing on the album that I've heard. Has this like darker synth that it opens up with. The verse kind of kept that dark synth going, has like deep bounce. It's still got that, you know, 4 on the floor, you know, you kind of bob your head to it, but like the bounce is just so much deeper and kind of slower. The lyrics had a lot of flow. Thought it was really cool. And then the chorus is a hook. So it brought this like deeper, darker, you know, the deeper bounce like I was talking about. And then in the chorus, it lightens it up a little bit. Not too much, but it lightens it up just enough to kind of let you breathe a little bit through this tension. Thought this one was really cool. Like I said, so far it's my favorite. Okay, one more. This is Redecorate. All right, so yeah, that one I had to look up kind of what was going on. You know, just the lyrics you can tell are just really, really emotional and heavy. Tyler has a friend who lost his son, and he went over his house and saw that they didn't like clean the room, like they just left everything as it was, and it just got him thinking about, you know, that and not just about, you know, losing a loved one, but also like what about, you know, when you die yourself, like looking around the room, and do you want it to look like this? Do you want them to find you in that thing, or do you want to redecorate first? Really heavy lyrics, kind of heartbreaking topic. Powerful way to end the album. Really powerful. That's deliberate. In terms of the album as a whole, it's obviously not a typical genre that I listen to, so it's not something I would be listening to regularly, but I'm really happy I checked out the album. There's so much going on. 21 Pilots, they are just magnificent songwriters, no matter what the genre, and can tell that through many of the tracks on here. So well done. The album, I will say, is a really good album. It's a really strong album. If you're into 21 Pilots, if you're into, you know, that style of music, I think you'll dig this album. Let me know what your thoughts are. Drop some comments. I want to know what's on your mind. What else you want to see from this channel. Please like the video if you wouldn't mind. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. I do album reviews like this all the time, and I also do a little something called Guess That Bassline once a month. So make sure you subscribe, ring the bell so you can check out all of those things. You keep making beautiful music, and I will see you in the next one.